Hey everyone, I'm Airwingmarine. Welcome back to the channel and my next Escape from Tarkov video. Today we're going to take a look at a module that I think is highly underrated and a lot of people might sleep on, and it's probably not what you think. So if you're interested, hang around and we'll jump right into it. One of the most important modules in the Hideout isn't the Bitcoin farm, it isn't the booze generator or the scav case. In my opinion, it's the module that has the biggest effect on your game and how you play, and that is the Intel Level 3. Now, in order to get Intel Level 3, there's a couple of requirements here to get to this thing, and we'll jump right in here and look at it. You basically have to have every module at Level 3. Level 2 Intel alone requires Level 3 Security and Level 3 Med Station, and Level 3 Nutrition Unit. The Level 3 requires Level 3 Generator and a Level 3 Workbench. Those requirements are going to make you upgrade almost everything else in your Hideout as it is. So why do I think this module is more important than the Bitcoin farm that generates millions and millions of rubles, or the scav case that gives you a chance at a red or green key card, slicks, and other high tier loot? The reason is the bonuses. I mean, the crafts in here are great, don't get me wrong, these are very powerful as well, but the bonuses are huge, especially for my gameplay. At level 3, the base intel gives you 35% reduction in scav timer, a 15% increase in your reward from tasks, the bonus from your tasks when you do them from the vendors. It reduces your insurance time by 20%, and finally, the most important one, it reduces your flea market fee by 30%. Now, I know you're saying, hey, look, those numbers don't line up with what you have here. Well, that's because I have max hideout management and crafting doesn't matter, but I have hideout management, which gives me bonuses here, increases the bonuses by 50%. So because of that, it puts me at 52.5, 22.5, 30, and 45. I did some kind of bar napkin math here on the numbers with the flea market commission, and by itself, it saved me over 30 million rubles this wipe in reducing how much I have to pay to list stuff on the flea market. It's huge, especially when you're listing some of the bigger items that have like 200,000 or 300,000 ruble fees, like the Lucky Scav junk box or graphics cards, things like that. Or if you find a red key card by it happens, it's gonna have a huge effect on the flea market fee for that. And we're not even halfway through this wipe, at least I don't think so. I mean, nobody really knows. So by the time the next wipe happens, this is gonna have a shitload of money saved for people. The bonus to the quest money, it's good. It's not that much, and you technically get it level 2, so I don't want to put too much of an emphasis on its impact, but the scav cooldown timer is really big, in my opinion, if you like to run your scavs, which I do. I run them a lot. And for me, I don't run scavs to make money. A lot of people do, and that's fine. I run scavs to experience the game in a different way. When you're playing as a scav and you find a car med kit, it's actually a big deal. You know, things like level 3 armors and 2 armors, you're going to put those on. You're like, oh my gosh, I got armor now. I'm not going to get one tap by a shotgun or a pistol. And the occasion where you do get a headset, it's like a gold mine. Now you feel like a PMC as a scav. And that experience is real important to me to keeping the game interesting and enjoying it. So I run scavs a lot. And that's important for me. It might not be for you, and I know it's personal preference, but that alone makes the Intel Center very valuable for a lot of people. And then lastly, the insurance timer. This thing is really handy, especially if you're a streamer or a gamer who puts in lots of hours. You know, I've had days where I've insurance frauded something in like my first couple of raids, and this will be like an 8-hour stream, and I'll throw something out or I'll die or whatever happens, and I'll be done with the stream and I'll be cleaning up my stash and getting ready for the next day, or just running some raids off stream for fun, and I'll actually get my insurance back from earlier in the day, and that's with Therapist. Now, if you're running proper, the thing with that is you're actually going to get your insurance back less than the day later that you usually, it's 24 to 36 hours. You're going to get it back sooner than that. And so when you log on, if you only play once a day, you lose gear at the end of that day. You're going to be able to log on and get that gear back and play with it the next day for the stuff that you had insured. So that's kind of how the insurance return can have a pretty big impact. And then on top of all of these, like we said before, you get all these crafts that are really important for a lot of tasks. And granted that you get most of these level 2, right? Level 3 only gives you the violet card and the intel here. The rest of these are all on level 2. But they help you get through the mechanic task line, which can be downright difficult for players on their first wipe, especially trying to get out a raid, or even finding some of these things can be difficult, let alone get out a raid with them, found in raid status to turn them in. So this gives people a path to progress in the game on their first try, which I think is important. You don't want people, because if people can't progress even little bits in a game, they're just going to leave it. They're going to quit playing it. And then the graphics cards and the VPXs are really important for filling out your Bitcoin farm, which adds a ton of value to what the Intel Center provides overall to the Hideout and your gameplay. To wrap it all up, being the most valuable module in my mind just isn't because of the cost or how much money it makes, but also the benefits you get from it. The other modules are good. I'm not trying to say they're not worth getting, but the level 3 Intel Center is much more available to players than the Bitcoin farms, especially the level 3 Bitcoin farm, because you have to go through solar power and all those other upgrades. And I just think a lot of people don't understand the value of that. So that's why I made this video, is to kind of get some knowledge out there so everybody understands that the level 3 Intel is really worthwhile going after. It's a goal to set to try to get to help out your gameplay. Well, that wraps up the video. I appreciate you watching. Make sure you hit that like button because it helps out the channel a bunch. And subscribe for future content. We also have a Discord, links down in the description, that you can come join. We're filling up with a bunch of chill people who just love to play Tarkov. If you're looking to support the channel in other ways, we've launched a Patreon with some benefits like access to a Discord channel, constantly updated spreadsheet for my Hideout calculations, and some other things if you want to go check it out over there. Lastly, thanks for your support on YouTube. It means the world to me, and I greatly appreciate every one of you. So with that, we'll wrap it up, and we'll see you in Tarkov.